Our next section tells us to change to hunter green. Now, here's our hunter green. The way we do that is I just lay my hunter green on top of my hook, and I use that as my yarn over, and I kind of draw it tight. Then I'm going to make my chain 2 with my hunter green and turn. Now our next rows say, we have 4 rows here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rows 5 and 6 are double crochets across. We're going to double crochet not in this first stitch under the turning chain, but in the next one. And we're going to go all the way to the end, chain 2, and come back again to make another double crochet row. I'm going to do that and come back. Here's my first row of hunter green. I'm going to have 26 stitches. Now I'm going to make my last double crochet of this row into my turning chain. And I'm going to chain 2, turn, and skip this first stitch and go into the second stitch, and I'm going to make another row of double crochets in the green. Now I might mention here that right and wrong side. Since we're turning every row, there's not really a right and wrong side at this point. You can tell where your right side or your front of your work is because this is our beginning tail, and this was our first row, which you can see is a right side. So right, wrong, right, wrong, right, wrong. And now we're going to be doing a right side, but it doesn't really matter. It's just for information. We now have 6 rows. We're going to work row 7. We're going to skip this first stitch, double crochet in the next stitch. Now for the next part, it says to front post double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. How do we make a front post double crochet? So the way we do that is we're going to yarn over. We're going to essentially be making a double crochet, but we're going to use the post as the stitch rather than going into the stitch. So I'm going to yarn over. Here's my post. Here's the first 2 stitches. Insert my hook into the space between the second and third stitch, and I'm going to go from the back around it and come out to the front. Then I'm going to yarn over and grab that piece of yarn and bring it back. And I'm going to yarn over and complete my double crochet. And that's the front post double crochet. Then I'm going to make another one. So I'm going to yarn over. Now I'm going to put my hook between the previous front post, or the third stitch, and the fourth stitch. Insert my hook here, come out around that one stitch to the other side. Yarn over and pull it through from the back. The yarn is going to go to the back. Yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, just like a regular double crochet. So you have 2 double crochets and then 2 front posts. Now we're going to make 2 double crochets. Now remember, you skipped the top of that stitch, so you're not going to go into that stitch. You go into the next one. Double crochet there, double crochet here. And then we're going to do another front post. Insert our hook behind the stitch and come out to the front. Yarn over and pull that yarn to the back. Yarn over and complete our stitch. Yarn over, insert our hook under the required stitch. Now that's 2 front posts. Now 2 regular double crochets. Okay, now we're going to do another front post. And another front post. Two more double crochets. These double crochets are each in individual stitches. Now we're going to front post double crochet. And you can do a front post in other stitches as well, but for the purposes of this pattern we're using a double crochet. When you're finished, you're going to have 26 stitches, though they're not all going to be double crochets. 2 double crochets, 2 front post stitches. That's our pattern. 2 double crochets, 2 front post stitches. 2 double crochets, 2 front posts. Here's our last 2 front posts. So I'm going to do it real slow again. Yarn over, insert our hook on the right side of the stitch in question, come out from the back to the front, yarn over and pull that yarn to the back of the stitch, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over. Here's our 1, 2, 3 on the right side of the stitch, pull that yarn through the back and finish your stitch. And then our last 2 stitches are double crochets. Make sure you pull this out and don't go into the stitch behind the front post, and then into the turning chain. And we're going to chain 2. So we have 1, 2, 3. Now this next row is going to be double crochet. You're going to make a double crochet in each stitch across, which means in each double crochet and each front post until you get to the end, and then you're going to change to your next color and chain up 2 with that color. I'll finish that double crochet row. I'll finish my last stitch. Remember to cut, leave a good amount of tail for sewing in later, if you're going to sew them in later or carry them up. So I'm going to finish my last double crochet with my new color, which is soft white. In my case, you might be using 4 different colors. And I'm going to do my chain 2 with this color.